All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakaha Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. VIP child pimp found deleted after revealing Epstein is alive and blackmailing U.S. politicians. Now, they'll say he was found dead, but the chances are he could have been deleted. You know, they could have called the whackers on him or whatnot. You should know what I mean by the whackers. And when Esau call out, his hitmen or his goons to take out particular individuals who they deem is dangerous or a threat to their new world order. Because look, at the end of the day, it's all about that new world order. But nonetheless, he was a child pimp, okay? Which means he was a child trafficker. That's what, because when you look up the word pimp means to traffic or to sell. And that's basically what he was doing. He was trafficking and selling children and kids. But, that was his judgment, And a matter of fact, right? Because the Heavenly Father loves executing his judgment. Okay? Let's go to Zephaniah chapter 3. Let me see. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. You see, Yahweh is a righteous God. So anyone who is doing wickedness, or their conversation is about wickedness, know that the Heavenly Father is going to bring brutal forms of judgment upon you. And before you get deleted from the earth, especially if you're an Israelite, which will be a Negro, Latino, or a Native Indian. Okay, if you having those wicked conversations, or you're doing wickedness, the Heavenly Father is going to bring brutal forms of judgment upon you. And those brutal forms of judgment can come in the form of your family being deleted before you. Most High can put you in an effed up situation, man. Okay? The Heavenly Father flooded the earth because of wickedness in the book of Genesis, which means the beginning. Okay? Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And the deeds that the men of Sodom and Gomorrah were doing. Okay? Which was a bunch of nasty, lewd shit. And they got judged for it by fire and brimstone. So you see, the Heavenly Father is just. He's against wickedness, sin, and iniquity. So if you're doing evil in his presence, and you're of the wicked, which the wicked are the Edomites. The Edomites is the self-proclaimed white man, which starts with the so-called elites who call themselves Rothschilds or Rockefellers, trickling down to the rest of their nation of people. These are predominantly the wicked and the Edomites that rule the planet. So the just Lord, which the Heavenly Father, he looks like a so-called black man. Father, he looks like a so-called black man. His son looks like a so-called black man. The angels that serve the Heavenly Father and his son, they look like so-called black men. Okay? And the Heavenly Father's people are the Israelites. The Israelites, which are the Negro, Latino, and Native Indians. So it says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. So the Heavenly Father does not do sin. Okay? He's a righteous God. Every morning, doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. So you see, the Heavenly Father killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Because right now, there is a strong division, which the Heavenly Father uses angels to cause division. There is a great division right now that is going on between the Edomites. Okay, and check this out. Give me one moment here. We're going to go to Matthew chapter 20. Yeah, here we go. Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And what are we witnessing? The fall of our enemies. In which the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, and the first verse gives you a list of our enemies. Okay, the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, and you read on down, it gives you a list of our enemies. And the very first enemy listed in that chapter are the Edomites, the tabernacles of Edom. So the Lord is causing a great division in the midst of the Edomites. And we see that. We got a child pimp who basically got whacked. He got deleted. Why? Because he snitched on his own people. Okay? It says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore shall they be your judges. You see? So, you know, there's a great division going on right now amongst the Edomites. You see? So he was found deleted after revealing Epstein is alive and blackmailing U.S. politicians. So with that, I pray that this video has been edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. With that, I'm going to say Shalom. Is on to the next one.